Alright, taking a look at the Plastic Man Rubber Banded Deluxe Edition by Kyle Baker with Scott Morse. Now this, winner of 8 Eisner and Harvey Awards. This has been out for a while, in a couple different editions, I think. This is the one I got most recently. But it collects the 20-issue run by Kyle Baker from a few years ago. It was 2 issues by Scott Morse. And just open it up here. It's as wacky as you would think a Plastic Man story should be. It's got some fantastic artwork here, a bit more cartoony than I think most people would associate with modern comic books. And this came out back in 2004, I think it was, the original series, first issue. But it's a gorgeous book. And as you can see, there's the usual Plastic Man gags. But it does get into some pretty heavy territory in terms of there's time travel involved, there's double crosses and betrayals and vampires, all kinds of stuff. And you do get the origin of Plastic Man here. But I mean, it's the first 6 issues all tied together into a one big storyline. And then Baker takes a break, and Scott Morse takes over for a little while for an issue, and then Kyle Baker comes back with another storyline. Just going to flip through some of this to get through. Like there's gorgeous artwork here, from the pencils to the coloring and everything. And even he changes up the art styles here and there. It does get far more zany, as you can probably tell, just because it's Plastic Man. But in terms of the story itself, like I said, it does get a little convoluted, but that's, I think, kind of the point. It takes some, what do you call it? It takes some liberties with DC continuity and tries to explain some of them, some of the issues with Plastic Man's continuity. So you look at the old Plastic Man comics, and I guess some of that was reflected in the cartoons where he had a plastic baby and stuff like that. So it does try to explain away some of that in a very, very comedic and nonsensical way. I was trying to get to the Scott Morse stuff here too, just to show you some of that. This is the one, or this is the first issue by Scott Morse. There's 2 issues, but his style is a little bit different from Baker's, but it's still a very cartoony approach, which I think is good for a Plastic Man book. It's not suited for all superheroes, but it works for Plastic Man better than, you know, Superman or Batman or any of those guys. I love this cover here. This is pretty cool. But Kyle Baker does introduce a great supporting cast here. And he's got, of course, the always reliable Woozy Winks. And Plastic Man's, I guess, ex-wife, which later becomes his wife again. And it does eventually develop into a almost like a family book in a way, with Plastic Man and Woozy and his wife and his, I guess they call it a stepdaughter, but she's more of an adopted daughter. Intelligence failure. It's pretty cool. And I love this stuff here with Superman and Lex Luthor. It says, "Don't you usually break through a wall or the ceiling or tunnel in through the ground?" And Superman says, "I'm trying not to destroy so much taxpayer property these days. The whole identity crisis saga has made me re-examine my values and habits." And Luther says, I know nothing about it. I'm waiting for the paperback collection. There's a lot of criticism leveled against Identity Crisis in this, particularly in regards to Dr. Light becoming well, let's just say he was a rapist in that storyline. And I think this is kind of the antithesis to some of the darker stuff that was going on in DC Comics at the time. This is back to this another Scott Morse issue here with a new supervillain making his debut. As you can see, it's Louis Glue Gun, aka Sticky Finger. But yeah, this is definitely worth picking up, especially in the deluxe format edition. This is great art, some fun storylines here. Some of it is just like outright bizarre and wacky. But it is a lot of fun, and you get a few good laughs out of it here and there. I think this is one of the more underrated series that DC has done, and it was only published for 20 issues before it got canceled. You can see some of the Baker's talent on display here when he changes up his artwork style a little bit. It's very cool. But yeah, you can get this and a few little biographies there. A few little sketches in the back here as well for bonus material there. Plastic wrap. But this is, let's see here, $69.99 USA, $91.99 Canadian. Not sure what it is internationally there, but that's what it is for US and Canada. And it comes with this little rubber band thing that goes around the bottom here, which is a bit of a pain to put on and off, actually. But yeah, Plastic Man Rubber Bandit by Kyle Baker with Scott Morse, the deluxe edition. Check it out. It's a fun read. And if you're a fan of Plastic Man, or if you've never actually read a whole lot of Plastic Man comics before, it's one of the better not really a reboot, I guess, but one of the better examinations of the character over the last 20 odd years. Anyway, thanks for watching.